In this lesson, we're going to apply what we've learned about context clues. We'll read this short passage, and then we'll discuss some of the words in the passage that we might not know the meaning of. We'll use the context clues in the passage to help us decide or learn the meanings of the words. Let's get started with the passage. Temperature. Temperature is how we measure how hot or cold it is in a certain area. These are different instruments that we can use to help us find out what the temperature is. One of the most popular instruments is a thermometer. Most thermometers are sealed tubes that show numbers. The numbers are usually shown in Celsius and Fahrenheit, which are two commonly used temperature measurements. There is red mercury inside the tube. This mercury rises to the exact degree on the thermometer, which will reveal the temperature in a given area. There are also digital thermometers, which use batteries or electricity to show the temperature with numbers. These are much easier and quicker for a person to use than a mercury thermometer. As time passes, the thermometers get more advanced. Nowadays, most cars come with built-in thermometers that automatically display the temperature on their dashboards. All right, let's look at some of the words from the passage and use context clues to find out the meaning. The first one, use context clues to find what the word thermometer means. So I'm going to find the first time the word thermometer is used in the passage. Most thermometers are sealed tubes that show numbers. Well, I've seen sealed tubes before, but I'm not quite sure that gives me enough information to know exactly what a thermometer is. Let's keep reading the next sentence. The numbers are usually shown in Celsius and Fahrenheit, which are two commonly used temperature measurements. Ooh, so this thermometer thing measures temperature. I know that in my house I have a tool that helps me to measure the temperature, and when I'm sick, I have a tool to measure the temperature. So using the context clues, a thermometer is a tool that we use to measure temperature. Let's continue with the next one. Use context clues to find the word instrument. Find what the word instrument means. I'm going to use the same strategy that I used before. I'm going to find instrument the first time that it's used in the passage, and I'll read the sentence. There are different instruments that we can use to help us find out what the temperature is. Pause the video for just a minute. What clues do you see in that sentence to help us understand what an instrument is? I notice in the sentence there are different instruments that we can use to help us find out what the temperature is, that instruments, at least one instrument, can help us figure out what the temperature is. So I'm guessing it's a tool that I can use to find out what the temperature is. Let's look at the next one. Use context clues to find what the word temperature means. Temperature is the title of our passage, and it also starts the first sentence. Temperature is how we measure hot or cold it is in a certain area. Pause the video. What does temperature mean? This question reminds me of our simple questions from other lessons. Right here in the first sentence, it very clearly tells us that temperature is how we measure how hot or cold something is. We don't have to read additional sentences, and we don't have to put clues in different sentences together. This sentence very clearly states what the temperature is. Let's look at the next word. Use context clues to find what the word Celsius means. I'll use the same strategy that we've used before. I'll look through the passage, and here's the first time that I see the word Celsius. I'll read the sentence to start using context clues to find the meaning of the word. The temperatures are usually shown in Celsius and Fahrenheit, which are two commonly used temperature measurements. Pause the video. What does Celsius mean? Celsius is a lot like temperature. In the sentence, it very clearly tells me what the word Celsius means. It says, the numbers are usually shown in Celsius and Fahrenheit. That didn't tell me the meaning of the word, but it does use the word, which are two commonly used temperature measurements. Right here, it says that it's a commonly used temperature measurement. Let's look at the next word. Digital. Use context clues to find what the word digital means. I'm going to use my same strategy and look through the passage until I find the word digital so that I can use context clues to find the meaning of the word. Here's the word digital. The sentence that digital is in reads, there are also digital thermometers which use batteries or electricity to show the temperature with numbers. Pause the video. What does digital mean? Digital is a lot like temperature in Celsius in the way that the story tells me exactly what the word means. There are also digital thermometers which use batteries or electricity to show temperature with numbers. So digital means that we're using numbers. So it's not spelled out with letters, but digital means that I'm using numbers. Let's look at the next word. Advanced. We'll use the same strategy and we'll find the word advanced in our passage so that we can use context clues to find the meaning of the word. Here's the word advanced. As time passes, thermometers get more advanced. I don't necessarily know what that means, but I do know it has something to do with time passing. Let's read this next sentence and see if there are some clues in that sentence. Nowadays, most cars come with built-in thermometers that automatically display the temperature on their dashboard. That didn't give me much information either, so I'm going to go back to the sentence that has the word advanced. As time passes, thermometers get more advanced. I'll continue. Nowadays, most cars come with built-in thermometers that automatically display the temperature on their dashboards. Well, they're talking about how things are different today than they were before. And I know the very first car that I had did not have any tools to help me understand what the temperature was. So I'm taking the clues in the sentences and my own personal experience to find out that the word advanced means to change or get better over time. Great job.